All right, so now we're going to look at the process for checking listings or auditing listings. The reason this is so important is because Amazon has the ability to occasionally change some of our titles, our bullet points, our images, anything. And obviously all those things are integral to our optimization process. So we want to know when that happens. This spreadsheet that we're looking at now is the first part of a two-part process. The second part is Helium 10 alerts, which notifies you every time a change has been made. But this is a great way for us to keep track of everything that we have on all of our listings. So if you look at these lines, you can see that every 2 lines is an ASIN. The bottom line is basically what we want to see in each corresponding column. So that's our title, that's what we want to see, and that's our bullets. And these images, of course, are what we want to see every single time. The top line, if you look, there is a formula for every line, and that formula is reading off this URL every time we activate it. So I'm going to show you how to activate it. We go and open the sidebar here. It takes a little while, but that's for an extension called Import from Web. When you do it first thing on a Monday morning, which is usually when I do an audit check, it can take quite a while to do these things for these things to load. But we're going to make sure that everything here is fresh. Just because you've refreshed the page doesn't necessarily mean that the data has refreshed as well. So we'd run the whole thing. I'm not going to do that now because it takes roughly 5 minutes to load. But I can see here that everything is looking pretty similar now. And with the images, we kind of have to compare the top image to the bottom image. But if you scroll down gently, you can kind of see a lot of the brand structures are very easy. We can see that maybe if you had a really sharp eye, the image has changed here. And because of that, we need to make sure that that image change was on purpose. I can see that we've lost our scoop. So I'm a bit suspicious here. I need to email the team or message the team and say, hey, did anyone consciously change the image on this, this product here? And it's worth including the ASIN, but it's mostly important that you use the name of the product so everyone knows straight away what you're talking about. Once everyone's come back to me, or maybe the one person that did make the change comes back to me, I can move forward. In the case that no one made that change and Amazon's actually made this change automatically, then I need to go behind the scenes and re-upload our old photo, which is stored in our Google Drive, and make sure that the next day that change has become live. So the auditing process may start on Monday first thing, but it might not kind of finish until you've gone and made those changes. However, this is a special case. I would email the team, and typically the person with the issue would come back to me and say, I changed it. In this case, I know who changed it. It was our Canopy optimization team, because they did some A/B testing and they found that they got the best results out of this product photo here with no scoop. So because of that change, I'm going to copy that image and Control Shift V, paste it into the bottom, and I can tell you that that's going to be the same for all 3 of those bags there, and that's true. Now, that's not to say that all scoops need to be banned or anything. That's not the decisions we're making here. We're just being told by someone that A/B testing has finished and this is the conclusion. So we're shifting there, and so yeah. If there was an issue on the text side, things are slightly easier, because say there's a discrepancy between these two, and this is supposed to say supplements on the end, supplements, but the top still says supplement, or it has been changed to say supplement. Well, then when you refresh the page on Monday morning, you're going to get a red square there. It's going to be nice and clear as you scroll down what is out of order. And then the same system would apply. You would message the entire team, see if that change was made on purpose. So the rest of the sheet looks good. We're tracking the prices. We're tracking to make sure Well Wisdom Products, which is us, are the people actually selling it. And at the moment, it looks like we've got all buy boxes, which is fantastic. I can see, of course, that there's a big red trail down here, and that's for the videos. But I know off the top of my head, because I've been dealing with this for a while, and I'm in charge of videos, that there are no videos for VitalWay yet because we cannot get the videos approved by Amazon yet. So I'm going to leave that as it is and finish my check. So when I'm done, here's how I finish the check. I say last checked on the 26th of August. I then leave a comment and just, with any updates. And I've already left one here, but I'm going to go back and say, so all's fine. At the time, I had an issue with L20 not loading. That was easy though, because, it looks like maybe an image was missing. All I have to do is click on this link, follow it through, and make sure that image is actually live on the listing. It still saves me a lot of time. So I'm going to edit that because L2 is working now. All fine, and I will say VitalWay bag image 1 all changed to no scoop due to canopy A/B test. Okay, easy enough. Y bag, no, way bag. Easy enough. Now, when I come back in the future, and I may feel like, oh yeah, there's that rings a bell. There used to be a scoop there. Why is it not there? Well, I can kind of open that up and follow the thread back and see when and why those changes were made. So that's perfect. The principle is always the same. If there's a change, you go to the team and you figure out if it's a change we want. You make the change to that bottom line there, which is basically our master list of what everything should say. If the change is not on purpose, then you go back to Amazon and you try and force that change to change back to how it is. And that could be as simple as uploading a photo again, or it could be as complicated as launching a big seller support query to help you fix everything. So yeah, that can be a bit of trouble. Oh, I forgot to mention, yeah, sometimes the A+ doesn't show up. Specifically, the A+ has a hard time. But I can see that the descriptions are not there, which likely means that the A+ is working. And just so you know, I've checked the A+ on those; they're all there, and then that's all good, all noted there. It gets a little bit more complicated when we look at things like Advocate with a large list of ASINs, especially since last week we made a whole bunch of updates. Whenever there's a massive update, like maybe the rules for bullet points have changed, and so we need to remove all the dollar signs from bullet points or something like that, then it can be a big cleanup job. But otherwise, if everything's going as it should, there shouldn't be much work to do on this page. So that's that. The next thing we're going to move on to is the Helium 10 alert system.